Oh my goodness, my true sky baddies. Today's moon is in the constellation of Virgo, wrapping up the lunar cycle that started almost exactly where it is right now, actually, the higher octave of Virgo. And if you're confused, this is because this daily dose of astrology is based on the actual sky. The mainstream Western lens has nothing to do with the stars. This lens in particular accounts for not only the 23-degree difference because of the shifting ecliptic, but also the varying sizes of the constellation. For example, Virgo is huge, see how big that bitch is? But also the inclusion of the 13th sign of Fucus. So if you would like to be in tune with the authentic energies of the actual stars and planets as they are in the visible sky, stay tuned, okay? So today, the moon in Virgo is bringing an energy of refinement and revelation, but that's not all that is going on. There's actually a lot of really interesting aspects. Usually at this point in the lunar cycle, we're kind of wrapping things up and the power of the moon itself is dying down. The moon being an emotional catalyst for us, we tend to have more activation around the full moon, but there's a lot of other stuff going on right now that is definitely stirring the pot. So let's have a look at the astrology. Alrighty, here we are on the new web-based software from masteringthezodiac.com, True Sky. I am not affiliated, but I hope to be when they come out with affiliate program because this is freaking dope. So here we can see there's a lot of interesting geometry in the middle of the wheel, a lot of interaction between the etheric bodies. The moon itself today is opposing Chiron in Pisces, 33 degrees. What a curious number. So a push-pull there between the collective unconscious and the deep, dark, intangible spiritual realm and the material plane. Virgo is the physical emanation of the energy of the collective unconscious. So we've got this push-pull between your emotions, wanting you to get your poop in a group, refine, improve, optimize, and then your biggest wounds as far as your spirituality being pushed on. Okay, so we've got that opposition. We've also got squares happening between the moon and Pluto in Capricorn, dismantling the old paradigm. Jupiter in Gemini, the cusp of Cancer at this point, expanding the new paradigm. So we've got a T-square there, almost Grand Cross vibes, honestly, between the four of those players. We also have this situation getting pretty darn close to a cazimi, the sun at 12 degrees Libra and Lilith at 13, Lilith being the repressed feminine rage in Libra, the sign of relationships. So if you've been having some issues or feeling like you can't bite your tongue, you need to say the things. That is probably because of this shit going on right now. Also, Mercury in retrograde, making its way backwards through Scorpio and Libra. It's going to pass over that whole situation in the next few days. And that is all opposing Uranus and Taurus, bringing an energy of sudden shakeups, potential for big changes in your physical world, innovation, freedom as far as your resources, your physical surroundings, and your finances. Okay, so that opposition is going on. And then we also have this T-square happening between Mars in Scorpio, your drive to focus on the depths of the unconscious, your psychology, the occult, the esoteric, and that making a square to both of the nodes, the South Node in Leo, putting an end to performative leadership, superficial spirituality, and the North Node in Aquarius, really bringing that age of Aquarian vibes, okay? So we've got that T-square tension between, there's always tension between the nodes because that's how it works, but both of them making a square to Mars in Scorpio is bringing a whole other level to it. This is giving destiny level pivot points, aligned action, or karmic reaction, essentially. And really, it depends on what you're going to do. Are you going to react or are you going to respond? If it feels like pressure, it's really just the future knocking at your door, okay? And the brain, the physical body, don't like change because, when animals change their environments, there's a lot more risks that they need to survey the environment for. That takes energy, and the brain in your head doesn't want you to do that shit. So overall, today's sky is inviting you to simplify. Notice the projection field and where you're getting activated. Remember that everything is emanating from within you, and so if something is aggravating you externally, it indicates that there's a fragmented aspect of your soul that is looking to be called back home. Act only from alignment, and this is easier to do when you calm your body down and turn your attention inwards. The 2 simple steps to enlightenment. Remember, simple and easy are not necessarily synonymous, okay? It's not the same thing. If that's something that is challenging for you, I invite you to inquire about my one-on-one services. I am the quantum locksmith. I can unlock the codes that you need to live your best life, live in alignment, and fulfill your dharma here in this meat suit. So check out the link in my bio to look into those options, or send me a DM if you're curious. I would also like to invite you to my weekly segment on Soultivation. It is a free heart-centered conscious community, our alternative to social media, which has so much static these days. So I host this weekly segment on Mondays, Metaphysical Mondays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're gonna have a new moon this week. And I did a full deep dive on that video. You can check it out on either of the platforms that you're seeing this video. And I just want to let you know also that I'm going to be hosting my last free new moon circle on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are more ritual based. We will talk about the energies, we'll set some intentions, we will do a somatic movement ritual together. And as I mentioned, this is going to be the last freebie. I'm going to be instituting a small subscription, like a Patreon type situation, next week. And these long form astrology videos will be included within that as well. I'll still be doing a little bit, but it's starting to burn me out. So if you like these longer format daily dose of astrology videos, and you want to continue to be able to see the longer format of them, I suggest you stay tuned. So I'm going to roll that out at the end of this week. Otherwise, if you're still listening to this transmission, thank you for supporting me with your ears and eyes and hearts. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments, and pop on over to Metaphysical Mondays, because I'd love to see your face there too.